Hi folks, it's Andy. Welcome to this episode of Kendo Video Feedback. Okay, so today we are looking at a grading video. In this series of videos, I take Kendo footage that you wonderful channel viewers have sent in to me. We watch it together, I give you some feedback, and hopefully everybody learns something. We're going to jump to the video in a second, but before we do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You know, all the YouTube magic. You can help grow the Kendo population. We've already had more than 4 million people start Kendo this year through our efforts. All you have to do is, as I say, you have to like, subscribe. That's really important. And when you click subscribe, you have to press the little triangle thing and a bell appears. I think it says notification, something like that. That notifies the YouTube robot ninjas that go out and find people who are about to start Kendo. But they only find people who are about to start Kendo if you type a comment saying the word Kendo in it. So something like, what a great, fantastic, brilliant Kendo video, or something like that. And then they'll go and find people who are about to start Kendo. They'll show them videos from this channel and ones like it, and they'll start Kendo. And that's how we've grown the Kendo population so much already. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I'm pretty sure those figures are accurate. That's our estimation anyway, but that's what you need to do. But more importantly than that, if you like this video and if you like the videos that I produce, whether it is this kind of feedback video, whether it is Kendo rant where I answer your questions, whether it's the instructional content or the analytic content, all coming at you free of charge. We don't charge you any sort of monthly subscriptions. We don't charge you for subtitles, no hidden things like that. Then the way to do it, and then here's the great thing. The way you support us is by shopping at KendoStar.com. And KendoStar.com is the best Kendo equipment website in the history of the human race and the future of it as well. Now, of course, I would say that because I'm the owner, but it's true. There's a reason we're the highest rated. We are the best. All right, you're going to shop with us anyway. I know there's pretenders popping up left, right, and centre, operating out of their bedroom and drop shipping and all sorts of nonsense. But we're the established brand and we're the best at what we do. All right, it's not really up for argument, to be fair. But if you want to go and spend some money elsewhere and then come to us after when you're disappointed, you can do that. But I'd advise you just to buy once and buy right in the first place by shopping at KendoStar.com. You get fantastic equipment, fantastic service, and you support the channel at the same time. As the ancient Japanese proverb goes, everyone's a winner, baby. That's the truth. Now, let's get into this video. So, this is a really interesting story. We're looking at a 5th Dan grading today. This comes from someone who submitted a video to Kendo Feedback before, and it was episode 3, so a long time ago now. All right. And it was for two friends who were working on their Kendo to pass a Godan, and I gave feedback on that. And one of the friends passed their Godan, and then the other has also passed as well. And this is a little while ago that they passed the grading. They did update me and they sent me the video, but it's only recently we've talked about looking at it on the channel. So first off, massive congratulations for passing your 5th Dan. That's a huge achievement. It's not easy, all right? It's not an easy thing to do. I will preface this by saying that currently, at my current level, all right, I'm not qualified to sit on 5th Dan panels, all right? I have the 6th Dan. That means I'm allowed to sit on panels up to 4th Dan right now, okay? But I have passed the 5th Dan exam several years ago now. Wow, quite a long time ago, actually. Like 10 years ago, more. 11 years ago, nearly. I did the 5th Dan exam. So I do know how to get through the exam. So hopefully we'll be able to watch it and be able to give you some tips and hopefully give you some things to work on as you move towards the next one, which is 6th Dan. Okay. Again, of course, I'm not qualified to sit on that exam panel either, but I have passed that test, so I do have some idea of what I believe you have to do. All right. So hopefully it'll be useful. So what do we know it says you are candidate 506A on the right. You're the first match and the last match. So let's on the right hand side in both matches. So let's get to this then. Okay. So right hand side. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look and go from there. Let me check the volume's all fine. Okay, all looks good so far. Nice Sonkyo. Look at this beautiful Sonkyo. Very nice. Good straight back. Very good. Good. Okay, good. So here's one thing that's really good, right? And this is something that's going to carry through as you go for 6th dan as well. Is what's really important is how we transition from this position to this position to this, not quite this position, but maybe a little bit further. All right. So this journey from our far distance to our what's called shokujin no mai, where we're just touching here, right? Still not quite close enough to hit, and how we get to this hitting distance. Okay. The strike at the end is the kind of result of that interaction. So this is good. Good. So I like how you tried to you stepped in to take the sen, take the initiative here. Good. But one thing that I would say is as we move forward, you're doing the right thing to step in to take that initiative. Now, I've talked to you on this channel a bit myself about I have a bad habit of raising my toes as I step forward, but it's not at this point. It's not at this point. I do it as I'm generally moving. But when I start to step in with my right foot, then you don't want your body weight to be balanced in a way where you can lift your toes up. It means your body weight's a little bit back if you're doing that, even just slightly. All right, it needs to be sort of more forward. You see what I mean? So this is a difficult one, but this is, I know we're just talking about the shotachi here, all right, the shotachi here, but you didn't manage to make the shotachi. In fact, your partner got the shotachi, right? So what we want to talk about is how you can make this your shotachi next time. And you did the right thing by stepping in, but there's a bit of a difference in the footwork between you and your opponent. So we won't spend too much on this, but it is a super important element of it. All right. So see if I can slow it down. Right. So let's have a look. Right. This step in is right, but what I think you needed to do is get a tiny bit closer before you began your step in, because what you've done is you've gone from what's slightly outside of your own hitting distance, and then your step in has been a stepping into the hitting distance, and that's fine. But then like that, I mean that's fine, but then there needs to be it's like the movement into your hitting distance and then the triggering of the taking of the initiative as a kind of slightly separate. And what's happening is you sort of step in and then you hit straight away, if that makes sense. Whereas your opponent's also stepped in at the same time, but you see how their left foot's ready to go. Do you see what I'm saying? Whereas yours, because, and I think it's related to how this footwork is, because of that, you've had to bring the left foot up. You've had to do this sugiashi, all right? So, whereas your opponent hasn't done that. They haven't had to move their left foot. So now when you both launch, theirs is they're sort of half a step ahead of you. Do you know what I'm saying? So what you needed to do is take that step in, and then it's the right foot, just the right foot. The left foot needs to be ready to go. Sa bam, yeah, or sa bam. this way with the right foot. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a bit complicated, and it doesn't mean it'll always work, but I'm just saying that if we approached it that way, you'd probably have had a more a higher chance of making this shotachi yomen rather than this. All right, let's get back to normal speed. And what I'm talking about here is what you need to do for 6th dan rather than what you need to do for 5th dan. For 5th dan, this is fine. You know, look, it's no big deal. There's you're showing you understand the process, even if you've not managed to fully pull it off. So it's not a big deal, I think. Yeah. So you've got another 5 years to work on this, yeah? Good. Shinai Sabaki. Okay, this is a good man. Good man. I like how you sort of, you know, you really overwhelmed him with your semi there. That's very good. Very good. Yeah, very nice man. Very nice man. Okay, so this Kote Kaishi men was the right choice of waza, but your weight balance was a little bit back, and that's why you weren't able to properly pull it off. So, I want to see this again. Excellent degote. Excellent degote. But I just want you to be a bit careful with the raising of the feet, okay? It's slightly, the way you're doing it is slightly different to what my bad habit. My bad habit is not that I lift my foot this way. I raise my toes as I do it. Whereas what you're doing here is because you're lifting your actual arch of your foot, your weight's coming back ever so slightly as you do it. So sort of like this. I'm exaggerating. It's not that bad, right? But I mean, it worked in your favor this way because it looked like you were going to come and hit men, right? So you wanted to do the Debana men, but you hit a fantastic kote instead. Okay, and beautiful kote. Beautiful kote. I'm going to pick on you for one thing though. Your men himo look a little bit long. 40 centimeters. Now, if that's 40 centimeters, I apologize, but give them a measure. Your kama is really good though. Your kama is really good. Now this is a great man. And so look, see, right? You can do it. You can do it, right? Look, let's watch this again in the slow motion, right? We'll go 0.5 speed. Watch your left foot here. Your left foot. Once it's here, now you don't move it. You do your semi with your right foot only. Sa. Your right foot, and from there, bam, and you get this brilliant man. Pretty sure that's your man. Yeah. Beautiful man. Brilliant men strike. Okay? That's because you didn't have to bring your left foot up before you hit. All right? You used your left foot was bam, where it needed to be, ready to set you off, and use your right foot to get him to come for you, and then bam. All right? That's what you needed to do in the first one. Does that make sense? Yeah? Brilliant. It's 5th dan every day of the week. No problem at all. Okay, we need to work on Kaishido though, right? All right. Have a look at the video I put out on Kaishido. So, to make your Kaishido smoother, there's a couple of things here. So, one, the time between your deflection and your strike is too long. Okay? So, what happened is, because there's a split second pause after you receive with your shinai, there's a split second pause before you retaliate with the door strike, your partner notices that they've been blocked and they stop. All right? And that kind of spoils your door strike. All right? Because you need them to like have the momentum to be coming at you to get a nice door strike. So bam, bam isn't going to work because they're going to stop in the tracks and go, oh, no way, like that, right? And you're going to have a problem like getting the good door strike, all right? So it has to be bam, this way, all right? That's one. Second, your kaishido, you'll find your kaishido becomes much smoother when you stop using fumikomi, all right? You don't need to do fumikomi in kaishido, all right? You want to use like ayumi ashi, like in the kata, all right? But faster, okay? Your distance is a bit far as well, which is another reason why they noticed it, okay? You have to get kaishido to really work and like really sing for you, you really want to have, it wants to be almost chikama, all right? Almost chikama, so that they don't have time to notice before you hit, yeah? But because of the fumikomi, that adding that fumikomi as well after you hit kind of adds a kind of dun, da, 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 dun, rather than pa-pam, and you're off, like, you know what I mean? Like, rhythmically. Okay, so that's our first one. Look, that's a great one. I'm sure they all put nice circles on the paper for you there. All right, again, check these menhimo. They look a bit long to me. All right, but great sonkyo. Very nice. Very nice. That's very, very good. Okay, so great. Look, what a great shinsa. There's no question at all as to why you might have passed that. It was very, very clearly a good Godan Shinsa. Obviously, it would have been nice to get that first Shotachi Men, but now you know what you need to do next time. Let's have a look at your second Shinsa. For your second Jitsuki, sorry, let's have a look. So, here we are, here, 506A. Nice kote, eh? Let's have a look. Look, this men was better. This men was better than the first one. Definitely. Yeah. Well, that you know, look. It's I think your kamae is beautiful, really good. Now this is a better kaishido. It's a much better kaishido. And let's examine why. First off, look at the point at which you managed to get them to attack you. All right? Look how close you are. Yeah? Much closer than before, right? So now they don't have the time to realize, yeah, that they've been countered. Yeah? You still don't need the fumikomi. It's not the end of the world. It's not that like you can't do it with fumikomi, but like it'll just be smoother if you learn to do it with more fluid footwork. So go and watch my video on that, and I think it'll help you a lot, like make more decisive kaishido. But this is a really good one. It's very good. Good. I like how you invited that. I got him in. That's good. There's a sort of momentary pause after hitting now, like here, where you kind of like. So it'd be good if you could manage to get your footwork a little bit smoother, so the whole technique was just a little bit more fluid. It's just an aesthetic thing, if I'm honest, in that point. But I mean, gradings are like a judgment of the aesthetics of your kendo in a way, right? So partially, anyway. So he's a Shiai too. Oh, what a lovely man. Well done. See, so this is it. This is right. So it's just our first men in your first match that was kind of a little bit missing the mark, isn't it? Because this one is exactly what I said you needed to do, right? See how your left foot here, once you're in your cutting range, now it stays there now, and you made this beautiful men strike. Yeah, it's all about the footwork. Yeah? Fantastic. And keep working on that, yeah, because that's what you're going to need to do in your sixth dan too. I'm sure of it. Good, good. But again, we have the same issue with the kote kaishimen you tried before. You see how momentary as you... I think maybe you were sort of expecting this to be men, maybe, and you were going to do kaishido. I don't know, right? But the same thing happened previously. When you did the kaishi, your weight slightly went backwards as you received the shinai. Where you can't do that with the kaisi waza, and especially kote kaisi men, it has to be pam this way. Your weight has to be forward, and your hands have to move fast. Okay. Okay, brilliant. Look, that's a definite pass. Clear and easy to understand why you passed that exam. You well deserved it. But let's work on those things. All right, think about how you're using that footwork. You are capable of doing it because you did do it throughout the shin set, but that first one you kind of fluffed it a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Think about how you're going to use that footwork to improve that. Okay. Secondly, we want to look at so let me extrapolate on that a little bit before we move on. Actually, moving from the far distance to that shokujin where you're just touching, then to your soku, and that's where your left foot doesn't move. Then your left foot must stay where it is. Your right foot pushes out to get them to come for you, and bam, that's your debana men, if that's what you want to do. All right, for degote or whatever, right? But that's how we want to do it. Then, if you want to start using ojiwaza, that's great. The second kaishido is brilliant. Let's try to work out how to do it without the fumikomi, and I think you'll find that you'll find your waza much more smooth. And then think about that weight distribution, especially when we're doing like kote kaishimen and stuff like that. But I think you know, I think we're going to talk again in 5 years, and you're going to say, you know, hopefully maybe you'll send me another video. I'm going for 6th dan. What do you think? And I'll be like, yeah, that's going to be great, no problem. You're going to, you know, you're going to message me back a week later and say, oh, got my 6th dan. I'm sure that's going to be the case. All right, looking at the trajectory you're on, it's definitely in the right way. It looks great, mate. I really, really like the kendo that you're doing. So well done. Thank you for sending it me. If anyone else, if you'd like to send me some video for us to watch together and get feedback on, all you have to do is upload it to YouTube. Set the link to either unlisted or public if you want, but don't set it to private. I can't see if it's private. And then send it to me at mail@kendostar.com. I cover every single one that's sent to me, all right? I do every single one. So thank you very much for sending this in again. And I hope it's been useful for everybody. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, shop at KendoStar. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.